What's up, my sponge spoofers? How you doing today? It's Chris here, and we're gonna be playing Bloonarious Swamp for almost an hour. I know, an hour-ish. If you guys get angry at me about the hour special thing, just shut up, because I don't really care anymore. So, anyways, Bloonarious Swamp, dude, I have actually not played this boss arena in a really long time. I feel like they only come out once a week in the first place, and then beyond that, I just seem to miss it all the time. I always play Blastopopolis and the Dreadbloon Cave. Do they even have a Vortex level? I don't even remember if they have a Vortex level. I haven't played either of the Bloonarious or the Vortex level in such a ridiculously long time. So anyways, it's going to get real intense real fast today, but I want to point out that the first few games are sort of learning the map a little bit, just kind of understanding what's going on. My first thought process, though, was that all of these boss arenas are really long. For, like, no freaking reason whatsoever, dude. Why are they so darn long? You would think that if you're playing some of the best people in the game, you would want the maps to be really short, to make them more difficult, so people could have really intense games. But no, the boss arenas are not like that. They force you to go mid-ish, late-ish game. You know, usually most of these games are going to go past around 20, even some higher to the 30s, and maybe even some 40ers today. I know you guys love to see that stuff, so check it out, watch this video, and you'll have a blast, hopefully. Not as blastful as a cannon, but at least maybe a 0-0 cannon, but not a third-tier cannon, not that crazy. So anyways, starting off, this guy's actually doing a banana farm strat as well. You know, obviously, most people in these days do banana farm strats. It's just the usual. It's kind of the normal. Later on, though, I'm actually going to switch over to some balloon economy. So that'll be kind of exciting for you guys. You guys get to see some sort of fun, interesting strategies that don't involve frickin' farms. What? Yeah? Or Chris, you love your banana farms. Boy, do I. I do love my banana farms. Sometimes you got to switch it up, especially on these really long maps. Alright, so, you know, usually whenever you're doing these early game starts, it's going to be a fairly standard kind of gameplay. You build your dart monkeys, you build your banana farms, you earn delicious amounts of dollars as much as possible, and rush whenever necessary, usually with pinks, sometimes blacks. Blacks are actually not as effective as pinks against 0-3 dart monkeys, which is kind of surprising, actually. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, my friends. And then yellows are usually the next possible rush that sometimes people do. And it's only a possibility. Not everybody does those things because it's sort of a greedy thing to do. It depends. Do you want to do banana farms or do you want to do a yellow rush? So I'm playing a little bit more on the defensive side until I notice, okay, he's trying to go for more banana farms than me. Screw that noise. We're going to go for a yellow rush right here. Now, the sad thing about the yellow rush is it is mixing farm eco with regular bloon eco, so it can kind of cause some problems a little bit later on when you start to do some sort of crazy rushes, or when you're trying to get your 4th tier banana farm, that can cause you to lose a little bit of money. So we made him spend a ton of money on these dart monkeys. Look at my side, dude. I've got no freaking defense whatsoever. I've got 2 dart monkeys, only one of them is 0-3. And I'm going to start sending out some regen leads with some zebras against him, but it does not do enough because he's got the nuclear sub. Now, what we have to do is, we have to get the nuclear sub as well. Absolutely, dudes. We have to sell our 0-3 dart monkey to get this nuclear sub. Now, I'm not really sure how much popping power this nuclear sub is going to have. Depends a lot on the positioning, I guess, and sort of the maps. And a lot of these maps, regen rainbow rushes can sneak through a sub. So I kind of want to test that out. You know, I want to see how one regen rainbow would actually do against this guy. So we're just thinking is, you know, we got to make him tank a little bit. So we're going to send out a couple zebras, send out one regen rainbow. Hopefully these dart monkeys will make it regen like crazy over here. It's looking pretty good. We got a ton of these guys on top of each other, but the nuclear sub is way too strong. Ridiculously strong. Look at that thing, dude. Stop regen rainbows. I know I didn't balloon energy them or anything, but still, that makes me feel really safe just having that one nuclear sub. It's like I don't even have to build anything else. You know, that's a little bit of a lie, because you know what? Nuclear subs do have they have 2 weaknesses, ceramics and Moabs. That's really the only weaknesses they have, but once you have ceramics coming out against you, you don't need that much to defend those guys. Ceramics are really weak in battles for some reason. I think that they're down to like 6 or 7 layers or something instead of the normal 10. I don't know, it just feels like they're really weak in battles for some odd reason. So if you guys are enjoying the music whatsoever, I always like to try and give shoutouts whenever possible. Very, very nice person, which, again, doesn't, I mean, he doesn't even care that I use this music in any of my videos. Has never said anything bad about me to me or anything like that. But this guy, Peter, makes some amazing stuff. I'll leave his link in the description down below there. Feel free to check him out. I love epic music, by the way. You know, a lot of people ask me, Chris, what is your favorite music? So here we go, guys. We got a Moab coming out against him. Will we defeat him with a single solitary Moab? And he's gonna sell things for a Super Monkey fan club. What? Chicka chicka what? Yeah, that was a pretty crazy play right there, but, you know, if you need to do that to defend him up, hey, be my guest. I felt like we hurt him a little bit, though. It's the good news. We hurt him enough where now when we get our 4-2 banana farm over here, we're going to do it pretty reasonably quick, by the way. I'm feeling like I could still probably defend a lot of stuff, but I'm a little bit afraid. You know, honestly, if he sends it a BFE right away, he decides not to go for a 4-2 banana farm, but instead decides to rush me, he could possibly make me have to sell my 4-2 banana farm, which is like the worst thing ever that can happen to anybody. If you end up selling your 4-2, you're basically screwed. If the person who is attacking plays right, they will just keep that advantage for the rest of the game until eventually they defeat you. It's sad, but that's just how the world works these days. Anyways, yeah, people ask me, what is your favorite type of music? I like a lot of different types, actually. I've kind of switched over, you know, so here we go, guys, BFB time. He's got the 4-2 banana farm, but he sold a lot of things to get that guy. So he's going to counter rush me with some, you know, regen leads on top of ceramics. That's not going to do anything against me because he kind of mistimed it and just didn't send enough regen leads on it. So our nuclear sub is going to annihilate everything. But the BFB is going to be troublesome for this guy. He ends up selling his 4-2 banana farm. Exactly what I just told you guys is the worst thing ever for a lot of people to do. And guess what? Even with this Super Monkey fan club, he might not be able to survive. What? Are we really going to take him down right here? So many balloons, the nuclear sub was not strong enough to defeat those balloons, and Victor Anderson has been defeated for game number 1. Now, don't forget, guys, we're talking pretty big beefy amounts of medallions right here. We're talking, you know, 70,000 medallions every single game. That's a lot of medallions, and 700 keys. Very, very nice. We like our 700 keys, right? So yeah, I guess my clan this week is going to get all the way up to 250,000 keys, so that is exciting. We had a couple people get over 30,000 keys. We had a few people that weren't doing so high, actually like less than 1,000. I don't know what we're going to do about them, we're going to end up having to kick them or whatnot, but I do want a good clan. You know, I don't want to just have, you know, just all my friends on the clan and everything. I want people who are going to get like 10k keys, at least 5k keys. You know, that's what I did. I got like 7,000 keys this week, and I felt like that was... took a lot of playing, actually, just to get 7,000 keys. That's 10 boss arena wins to get that. So, I mean, if you're getting a 50 win percentage or whatnot, that's 20 boss arena games. And we're talking about games that take like 20 minutes or whatnot. That's not a simple thing to do, guys. We're talking about hours upon hours of playing this game every single week. But I think it's worth it. We're going to hopefully get some new clan perks and clan things happening and everything. I shouldn't talk about my clan too much because I know it's a sort of selective group of people that are allowed into my clan. But it is something that's going on in the game. So, you know, what's going on with your guys' clans? You guys doing okay? Or do you guys just, like, try to join the highest clan that you possibly can? Is that kind of what you do? I think that's what a lot of people generally do. They're just like, hey, I don't really have any friends. I'm just going to start trying to join all the clans. Why not? But, of course, you need to kind of join a clan that's around your, like, key level. You know, if you're only getting 1,000 keys, you're not going to be... You shouldn't try and join a clan of a bunch of people that are getting 20, 30,000 keys every single week, because guess what? They're not going to like you only sitting there with 1,000 kind of taking advantage of their low key amount, so of their high key amount. So just be careful with that. Anyways, yeah, to keep talking about the music really quick. It's switched over a lot through the years, actually. I didn't know that music taste changed so darn much. Back when I was a little bit younger, keep in mind that I was sort of a 90s kid. I was born in 1991, so back in the 90s, I listened to a little bit of 90s music, but I was never big on music, like big on music. You know, like my sister, she had every single song available ever. She bought them all through iTunes. That's what she spent all of her money on, was buying music through iTunes. My brother tried to play the guitar, tried playing this, tried doing that, loved his music, had a stereo system in his room and everything. I never had any of that. Maybe I was a little bit weird. Maybe I'm a little bit odd. I am a little bit odd. But no, I just never really got into music. The first time that I actually had any sort of music whatsoever was I got my iPod my junior year of high school, I think. So it was an iPod Shuffle. And I believe that was my junior year, maybe my sophomore year of high school. But yeah, and I used that thing for a really, really long time until eventually it got stolen. I know, so sad, right? Here we go, guys. But basically, we're tied right now. He's going for 2-0 banana farms. I'm going for 1-0 banana farms. There's not really a big difference between those guys. It's up to you what you want to get. I'd like to mention that because a lot of people still argue about that ridiculousness. But this is actually like a perfectly suited song for this level. It's like pirate music with the Bloonarious Swamp. What's going to happen? Submarines are going to come out of the water. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it, right? Submarines are coming out of the, just somehow just come out of the water and start attacking. He's rushing me pretty hard here with quite a few yellow balloons, but he does not force a battle energy on us. We saved our road spikes and used it at the exact right time, only losing about 18 lives total throughout the entire game right here. And that's going to allow us to get crazy, delicious amount. Actually, we're pretty much tied on farms somehow. I don't know exactly how that happened. He's actually almost beating me. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, it's a pretty tight game right now, and I gotta do my regen labs really quick. Let's see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna get a nuclear sub, or is he gonna go for something else? He's not doing anything right now. Got no lead popping power. Gonna go for a juggernaut, it looks like, but very late into the game. My regen leads, I didn't set out enough regen leads. I'm struggling quite a bit as well because he's counter rushing me with regen leads. He gets his juggernaut up. We gotta get our nuclear sub up. We do, but I had to sell both of my dart monkeys to do that, and we're gonna end up losing a few lives against these regen balloons right here. So holy crap, Snackle and Pop right there. That was intense. Really intense round 10. Round 10 gets really crazy sometimes. So here we go. I'm going to go for a zebra rush. Whenever I see dart monkeys, I go for those zebras. He's got a monkey ace, though, and he's going to sell a banana farm to get a 0-3 monkey ace over there, which is an extremely fantastic move, to be honest. Well played, my friend. Well played, Jacob. But all I've got is just one submarine and a baby dart monkey. Just a little baby. Finally get him up to 0-3 and whatnot. I would like to mention also that this is a post-commentary video. This is not a live commentary video. Maybe that'll be a little bit upsetting for you guys, but it takes a lot of strategy to actually, play these games and play these games well. So I'd like to do post-commentaries on a lot of these, boss balloons, you know? I want to make sure that I'm playing at my absolute best, and you know, sometimes even when not commentating, I don't play at my absolute best, but commentating or talking during a video definitely does take away from my strategic value a little bit. Makes me kind of get sidetracked a little bit and talk about random things and stuff, and it just makes it a little bit less, it might make it a little bit more entertaining, but then I play it worse and I end up losing more games, and of course that's upsetting for everybody. When I'm trying to earn all these medallions and earn all these keys, I don't want to lose all these games. So anyways, still trying to talk about music. So yeah, I was kind of a 90s kid. I listened to Blink-182 and Green Day kind of stuff, just 90s music. It doesn't really have a genre, I don't think. Just 90s. That's just what it is. So here we go, guys. Round 18, though. We're going to get really intense. We're trying to get our 4th-year banana farm over here. We do end up getting it pretty quickly. He's going to sell everything for his 4th-year banana farm as well. He's got I don't know, it's a very similar defense at this point. I've got the sub, and he's got the ace. So he's going to sell some dart monkeys? Is he going to try and rush me? What does he got going on over there? I know, a little bit confusing. I think he sold some to get his 4-2 banana farm, so I guess we're slightly in the lead, maybe? So I want to get some dart monkeys, though. I want to make sure that I'm going to be able to defend the natural balloons. Yeah, not even the scent balloons, the natural balloons, guys. I do not want to lose to ceramics and rainbows and stuff, because I know the nuclear sub is solid and fantastic and everything, but if you have ceramics coming out of the natural side, I don't really have much time to deal with them. So that's why I'm kind of planning ahead here, getting just a few dart monkeys and making sure everything is just running sort of smoothly. So we're going to go for a rush right now, guys. We're going to go for a BFB. It's going to lower my income down to 84, which is extremely sad, but hopefully will cause him to sell a lot of things and overall be good. And when he says only lead popping power right now is that Juggernaut. So I'm really hoping that he ends up letting those regen leads regen just a little bit and cause some more issues, especially if the leads are tanking Super Monkey Fan Club stuff. So we're going for a pretty crazy rush right now, guys, with these regen leads. It's looking real good for us. I don't think he's going to go for the ground zero. If we do force a sellage of the 4-2 Banana Farm, we're going to do really good. He's going to battle energy it on top of this stuff, and on top of that, he was able to afford a Super Monkey Fan Club, and he is going to defend. No! Alright, so this is kind of bad news for us right now, guys. I've got good banana farms and everything, but that was a lot of money spent on the rush right there. We're talking big monies here. Holy crap. It's like walking into a bank trying to rob it, and they're like, we don't have any money. We don't have any money. I should have lots of money, but there is none. There's no money. So yeah, I'm extremely afraid right now. Oh yeah, don't rob banks, guys. That's bad news. It's bad news. I saw, probably talk about this in a... You know what, let's talk about it today. Why the heck not? I started watching this... Oh, I got too many tangents going on right now. Music. Let's talk about the music, first of all. Then we'll talk about robbing banks. Right? That's what we got to talk about. So, yeah. Plus, we've got so much intense action going on within this game right here. He's got 2 4th-tier banana farms. No! No, that's so upsetting. So because I spent ridiculous amounts of money on those rushes right there, I wasn't able to afford a 4-2 banana farm very quickly at all, and that kind of put me in a pickle. I'm in a pickle right now. I don't know what to do. He's even getting more banana farms on top of that. Well, I'm trying to get, you know, stuff just reasonably going in here. So yeah, I started off as a 90s kid. Finally got my iPod Shuffle and... Or not a Shuffle, what was it? iPod Touch, I'm sorry. I didn't mean a Shuffle. I meant an iPod Touch. Thinking Shuffle because you could shake it. The Touch, if you shook it, it shuffled things still. Which I actually... happened in my car a lot when I'd hit a bump. It'd be like, whoa, and it would shuffle. I'd be like, oh crap, stupid freaking iPod Touch. So yeah, I got that bad boy, and then I started looking into music a little bit. This is right when we just about got the internet. I know, it might sound ridiculous. People growing up without the internet? What? Yes, it did happen, even to people in your lifetime, including myself. My parents were kind of lame, and they thought it wasn't safe to get the internet. We were gonna get stolen or something by people on the internet. I don't know. My parents were kind of weird about that stuff. Fairly normal in a lot of other situations, but as far as the internet went, they were just really weird about it. They just, like, they watched too much news of people getting abducted or something. So anyways, here we go, guys. This is one of the final rushes that we've got to do. This is a ZOMG rush. I was really, really hoping that this ZOMG was going to be enough to take him down right here. He's got double monkey aces going on right now, though, and I know he's going to be able to get a ground zero in here for the first ZOMG, but will we suck enough money out of him for the second ZOMG to take him down? That's the real plan here, to send out enough of these ZOMGs slowly spaced out, where he wastes all his money on all these abilities and he can't afford anything else. He already sold one of his 4-2 banana farms, but not enough to actually defeat him yet. He's going to get the ground zero in time. He's got 2-3 monkey aces over there, and we got our second ZOMG coming in. He is going to get the ground zero, and he is going to defeat that first wave of balloons. But now we've got multiple ZOMG still coming out on top of the natural Moabs. So we got to defend the natural Moabs as well, though. I have to sell my banana farm just to get the Super Monkey Fan Club, just to survive over here. No, don't tell me we're going to lose to that. No! Are you kidding me? Oh, the noob cakedness is real. That was a pretty bad play from us. You would expect a Super Monkey Fan Club to be able to deal with one single Moab, right? Guess not. So I just was mostly paying attention to his side of the screen, not paying attention to my side of the screen. And that led to some issues. As you can plainly see, we lost that game. It's a sad blow. Sad blow to us, you know? I mean, everything was going good, and then all of a sudden, axe to the face. Never fun to see that. You know, an axe murderer? Nobody likes them. Michael Myers. Why is it always an axe murderer, though? Why can't it be like a sword murderer, you know? Wouldn't it be way cooler to have a sword murderer? I think it would be cool. I guess that would be in Japan, maybe. Do they have things called sword murderers instead of axe murderers? Or what's going on? I don't know. You'd put like a samurai. Samurai, ninja, warrior, killer, monster. If I ever became a serial killer, probably shouldn't tell you guys this, but if I ever became a serial killer, I think I would use a sword. I think it'd be really cool. Or, what else could I use? Ice bullets. I use ice bullets so they melt inside of people, and nobody would be like, how did he die? I don't know, there's a hole in him, and then there's nothing there. What? So yeah, I don't know, maybe that would be kind of cool. I don't know, ice bullets just sound like a really cool idea. They should put that in games. Ice bullets. Freezer bullets. I don't know exactly how they'd work. Cryogenically frozen clips that somehow clip into your gun and are just amazing and everything. Anyways, we're going to switch our strategies a little bit. We noticed that this guy did the Monkey Ace, and he did the Monkey Ace really, really well, didn't he? He like, once we saw the ground zeros, it was like we couldn't do anything. But what I'm going to do is, because I want to keep the nuclear sub as well. I liked having the nuclear sub so much, and I don't want to take the chance that I'm going to get a bad random tower, that I ended up going with the Monkey Ace as my third tower, and did not get a Nene farm. No Nene farms for us today. We're going straight up Balloon Eco, guys. So I told you right at the very beginning of this video, I was going to start doing this, guys. I was going to talk about, I was going to talk about how I was going to show you guys how I did my Balloon Eco strategy. We're going to see if it ends up working out for us as well as I think it will. So basically, I do a sort of standard thing. I try and get up to 400 Eco with, or trying to get about 292 with the red balloons, then 400 with the blue balloons, and then I try and save up money for big green rushes, and then big yellow rushes, because a lot of people with these dart monkeys, they can't handle them quite as well, and it keeps their farms limited. I don't like to keep sending out green balloons consistently until I can set out yellow balloons. I've learned that over time. Sometimes I don't do it perfectly, don't do it flawlessly, everything doesn't work wonderfully, but I try and do things like that. So you might notice that, once I get like, I think, if I remember correctly, once I get 500, no, I lied. So I would expect myself right now to be like, hey, I'm going to stop at 500 income. I'm just going to wait a little while, and then I'm going to do a gigantic yellow rush once I get enough delicious, delicious dollars. But that's not what's happening at all. So when we're hurting them, though, we're down to 84 lives. I think that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh my god, Rex are hurting them. Let's keep on rushing with these green balloons. But now we're taking a little bit of a break. Still not getting very much defense. I mean, check it out, dude. We only have 2 dart monkeys. And now we get enough money for this big bad yellow rush. Again, only keeping him down to 4 1-0 banana farms at this part of the game, mostly making him build a crap ton of dart monkeys instead of banana farms. And these yellow balloons are pretty darn deadly, but they're not going to do enough damage. He's got 5 of them at this point. But now check out our income, baby. 650! That is a nice number to have, right? So, of course, as soon as round 10 happens, you gotta start causing some problems for him. So we're gonna get our regen lead flown in here. He's gonna actually counter us with the regen lead basically right away, so we have to get our nuclear sub going as fast as possible, and this is gonna be a little bit tight for us, guys. We've got 3 sets of road spikes, though, and that's gonna allow us to take down these regen leads without any real crazy issues. If we did not have those road spikes, though, who knows what would have happened? Who knows? Would we have been able to afford a nuclear sub? Honestly, I don't freaking know. And then once I got the internet, I started looking into a lot of YouTube channels that make music. And eventually, my girlfriend at the time showed me that there's this website called Newgrounds, where a lot of people upload music that they created. And I was searching for a lot of cool epic music, and I really liked sort of this odd... I don't really like to call it techno. It's melodic trance slash... dance slash lot of interesting tranquility. I don't know, there's a lot of different terms for it. There's just like so many ways that you can explain techno-ish type of music. But yeah, I totally got into that for a really, really long time. DJ Contacrest was actually like one of my big I was a really big fan of him for a long time. This is, by the way, when I had less subscribers than him. He had like a couple thousand subscribers or whatnot. I had way less than that, so I was like not big at all at this point on YouTube. But I loved his music. Oh man, we're gonna about kill this guy with the zebra rush! But we didn't take him down. Okay, that's alright, that's alright. He's hurting though. We got him down to only 4 banana farms up to 2-0. Again, these zebra rushes are freaking boss. And guess what? Look at our income. It's not amazing, but it is pretty solid, right? It's pretty good at this point. Almost up to 1,000. That's like usually my goal is. Before round 18, I love to have the nice, delicious 1,000 number happening. So I'm trying to get greedy in here. I'm like, I want the 1,000, but I don't know if I can do it. And I eventually just cave, and I decided to do it while saving up enough money for these 0-0 dart monkeys and everything, just kind of getting everything all set up for if he decides to rush me. So yeah, we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 Dart Monkeys already, just setting it up for if we need to do some crazy Super Monkey Fan Club selling or whatever we need to do. I'm going to keep on rushing this guy with some Zebra Balloons because, of course, I need income, and I think I might be able to cause some problems, even cause a battle energy to happen. But now he's got 2 Juggernauts, so these Zebras are going to just start doing a lot less damage. Once you see 2 Juggernauts, very difficult to get anything through that. But again, then when he's down to 35 lives, he might be a little bit more defensive. You know, when he's got 150, it's like, no big deal, I can defend this stuff. But when he's got only 35, he might want to use that battle energy just a little bit earlier than what he might want to use it as. So, the scariness of having low lives can impact the way a person plays. You know, it gets scary. It happens to me too. When I'm down to a few lives, I use my battle energy like right away, dude. I'm just like, whatever, use the battle energy. Sometimes that ends up biting me in the butt. Give me a bad news bears type of thing. But sometimes it ends up saving your life, and it's important to kind of decide when it's actually going to be worth it for you. Alright, round 20. I'm going tons of income right now. We're up to 1,326. These pinks are almost killing him, by the way. That's kind of weird, though, that pink balloons can get through that much defense over there. Several Dart Monkeys, a Balloon Shipper, several Juggernauts, and pinks are still chugging through a little bit. Once he got the nuclear sub, it changed, obviously, a lot. Wasn't quite as redonkulous anymore. But anyways, I still don't even have that great of a defense. I mean, I don't really have much to deal with. I'm just kind of rolling with it right now. Getting my Dart Monkeys up and everything, but I got 1,500 economy, and that's kind of the key right now. We kept him from getting a 4-2 banana farm for a really, really long time, while also getting up to a 1,500 economy, which I can't say what's actually giving more money, the 1,500 economy or the banana farm economy. I don't know what's actually giving more money, but what I do know is that he could sell all those banana farms all at once for either a defense or an offensive rush. Guess what I can't do? I'm stuck. I can't rush. If I rush whatsoever, I'm going to hurt my income like crazy, and that's going to cause a lot of problems for me. So it's basically more about defense. Now the thing is balloon income is much better for super duper late game, and of course if you're going balloon income you get to pick an extra tower, which is also good for late game. I picked the Monkey Ace. Fantastic late game tower. So this is all going to play into how we actually go about winning the game. You know, it starts at the very beginning with those tower choices. Anyways, we see, holy crap, monkeys, he's going to rush us with ZOMG. Now, if we did not have this ninja as our 4th tower, I don't know what we would have done. It would have been just, I think, game over right a freaking way. But now we at least have a chance to do something. We're trying to get a 0-3 ninja. By the way, I have 2,000 income, but he rushed me right when I had $0. So we have to defend this, oh my god, off of only the income that we make during this next 30 seconds or so. So of course, what I do is I get the 2-4 ninja, I use the ability, I slow down this, oh my god, I'm getting my Juggernauts and everything all set up over here so I can pop these balloons. I've got to use my Super Monkey Fan Club, but I've got to use the battle energy on top of that guy, and I'm going to have to make sure that I get enough money, hopefully, for a ground 0. Yes, we do, my friends. We got to get that ground 0 flowing in here. So there's the Super Monkey Fan Club trying to defeat this, oh my god, right here. We're going to battle energy on top of it. But now, as soon as we possibly can, we're going to have to try and get this ground 0. Of course, we want to defeat more than just the BFB layer. We want to get it down to Moab layers before we can insta-kill them all perfectly. Here we go. Say, come on, little ground 0. We get him up. We're going to use that at a very last second. He's down to 4 lives over there. He's still got banana farms and everything, so he could still come back maybe, but I don't know, and he surrendered. He freaking surrendered! Woohoo! Yeah! So I guess he was really upset about that. I think he realized that his income was 0. I have a really good defense. I've got Monkey Aces that just, it was a waste of time to keep on chugging through and trying to win that game. Maybe he could have pulled it off if I made some really crazy mistakes or something. But overall, it was probably a rightful surrender, to be completely honest. It's a rightful surrender. It made sense. I hate surrendering myself, but sometimes I do it. Sometimes I'm like, nothing I can do at this point. I'll save myself a couple extra minutes and I'll just do it. I'll just surrender. So yeah, that was kind of like my favorite music for a long time, was like techno-y type music. I actually put it all in my iPod Touch. I want to say shuffle so bad. My iPod Touch. I put it all in my iPod Touch. It took me a long time to realize how to play it in my car. Actually, I had to use a tape player aux cable, which is really weird. Doesn't really make much sense at all, but hey, it works, right? Because I tried using one of those FM transmitters, and it always sucked. Not sure if my car sucked, or the FM transmitter sucked, or what sucked, but never found a good one, so I had to go with the tape player. And yeah, believe it or not, my car is old enough where I have a tape player. It's actually a 2007, and for 2007, you wouldn't expect it to have tapes. You'd expect it to have CDs at that point, but my car, nope. Nope, I got the sucky cars. No, I don't have the YouTube millions. No, I don't have a fantastic new car or anything like that. I'm living in the past here, guys. Just struggling along in my sad little world of no new cars. No, it's okay. I don't mind my car. Though, sadly, the windshield broke the other day. It's my fault. I was an idiot. Complete and utter idiot, guys. I was, so in the winter in Chicago, you get a lot of salt / like residue on all of your windows. So whenever you go to the gas station, it's really nice if you just wipe it off with the free solution that they give you. They give you like this awesome solution. You just put it all over the window and you get to scrape it off, and then you have nice clean windows. Yay! So anyways, what I was doing was I lifted up the windshield wiper to get like underneath the windshield wiper where all like the stuff was kind of like gunked up and everything. And then as that happened, the windshield wiper fell off. And, of course, at the exact same time, bloop, the little metal thing that holds the windshield wiper, because the windshield wiper fell off, hit my windshield and bloop, cracked. So I've never had that happen to me before. Never even had my windshield wiper fall off. And let alone frickin' destroying my frickin' windshield. Now the cool thing is, surprisingly, somehow, the spider crack has not really done anything too bad yet. It's done like a little kind of loop. It's like looped from the very bottom, because of course where the windshield wipers are, it's the very bottom of the windshield, you know, and just looped back down. I'm like, oh sweet, look at that. But if I get pulled over by a cop or something, which has not happened in several years, by the way, if I do get pulled over, they can give you a ticket if you're a jerk. And I say that because most cops don't just give you tickets because they can. Generally, they don't. They're usually reasonable people. So anyways, the only other music that I've kind of been into basically my entire life has been, quote-unquote, 80s rock. Hard to say exactly what that is and how it's going to work and all that stuff. But yeah, 80s rock has been something that I've always really enjoyed. Van Halen is probably my favorite band that I've had for a really, really long time. I can't say exactly that they are definitely my favorite band, but a lot of their songs have been some of my favorite songs for a really, really long time. Journey is also pretty solid. I like them quite a bit. And Def Leppard's pretty solid too. I like Def Leppard. Any Way You Want, it's probably my favorite song that I've had for a really, really, really long time. Like a lot of my favorite songs, they like change over time, you know, but Any Way You Want has never just gone away, you know. So anyways, it's getting really, really intense right now. We've got a bunch of lead balloons coming in, but he did not regen leadify us, so we did not need to get anything more special than just a 0-0 cannon. But I do need to get my nuclear sub up to make sure we can defend all these regular balloons. But what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to try and bait out the rush, just a little bit. I want him to rush me with something ridiculously huge. And he does. He goes for it. So we're going to sell all of our stuff to get a nuclear sub over here. We're going to try and get enough defense. We've got our battle energy flowing right now. My cannon's not really doing that much right now. But he is going to end up saving our life, I think. I think my cannon is going to magically save our life from defeating all of the last little regen reds and blues. Was just enough to keep us from losing that game. Regen zebras are powerful, and it looks like regen zebras with the balloon energy can end up getting through a nuclear submarine. Like, just barely. You know, just red balloons are going to sneak through, but they can end up sneaking through. So, rainbows are going to get really, really intense. This game is getting crazy right now. He's losing lives over there with his fire mage. We forced a battle energy with our Zebra Rush. We've already got 775 income at this point, so we're going to keep on pushing. He's only got 3 banana farms, so we got to keep on going. Got to keep on pushing. No, screw those pinks, dude. We got to go with zebras. Full on zebras. But what we want to do is we want to do more of a rush than just a regular zebra attack. We want to go for a mixture of regen zebras in the middle there, which are going to regen just a little bit because he's going to get overwhelmed. And the regens are going to be what takes him down over there. And player will be defeated. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, baby. 700 more keys in our pocket. That's what I like to see. 64 win percentage, ain't got nothing on us, so he's got 68,000 medallions. Of course, he does not want to place again. If he loses again, in the boss arenas, he can't even play again. You know, all his medallions just gone. Kind of sad, right? So now, we've got Starburst. It's a pretty cool name, I gotta admit. Starburst is a fun name. And, let me get some water. I recently was making a lot of my super scienced videos, and I made an audio, which of course my animator then has to go through and animate it and everything, and I have to find a good time to upload it when I want to and everything, but I have the audio done for supernovas. I think supernovas are one of the coolest things in the universe, quite literally. They're one of the biggest explosions in the universe, besides the Big Bang itself. But yeah, just, you guys know what a supernova is. It's a star exploding. Yeah, straight up a star exploding. And the way they explode is just so darn cool, it's almost unbelievable. They basically, I don't know, you guys can watch on my Super Science channel. I'll explain it, whatever, why not. So, stars have sort of a life cycle. When they're born, it's like everything's good and dandy for a little while. They sort of like go through this main sequence sort of life cycle, and then as they get older, they start to like. And there's this equilibrium between gravity and nuclear fission. The fission basically pushes out, you know, the energy pushing out from the sun. Did I say fission? I meant fusion. Nuclear fusion. They're fusing these hydrogens into heliums, and the heliums possibly into carbons, and maybe even other things. But, so they kind of like run through their like natural, like everything is good, and there's this equilibrium that's fantastic. That's why our sun is going to be around for like 10 billion years or so. Well, 5 more billion years before it turns into a red frickin' hot giant. But anyways, yeah, once it runs out of like the regular fuel, it starts to contract because, you know what, it doesn't have that energy pushing out anymore, so gravity sort of takes over the star. And if it's a really massive star, you know, between like 8 and 25 solar masses or whatnot, then when it starts to contract, it'll contract so much that it'll go down to the size of like maybe Earth or so, you know, something that's extremely, extremely small. And then, obviously, it doesn't want to be that small, so it'll go just booms, just boom. It doesn't really make perfect sense exactly how it happens, but it implodes. The star literally explodes. It collapses on itself until neutrons don't want to be close together anymore, and then all the protons and electrons turn into neutrons, basically. Neutrons are like, we don't want to be close together, so then they go poof, and they explode everything all over the universe. In fact, it's kind of interesting because all of the elements basically besides hydrogen, helium, and maybe it's lithium? The third element, I think it's lithium. I don't know why I can't remember it for some reason. But yeah, nobody pays attention to lithium, right? But yeah, whatever the first 3 elements are, those are like really the only elements that got created in the Big Bang. Any other elements that are heavier than that got created from a supernova. So you literally, yourself, the carbon in your body, the nitrogen in the air, everything that, you know, is basically on Earth besides hydrogen and helium, which is obviously pretty darn rare on Earth, came from an exploding star. You are star stuff. Neil deGrasse Tyson actually says that a lot. You're star stuff. He thinks that's like one of the coolest things in the entire world. And a lot of people, it is pretty interesting, to be honest. I mean, that's pretty cool right there. That you are literally, you come from stardust. Everything on Earth basically comes from stardust, from a star that exploded in the past. Even our solar system, even the sun itself, basically, most likely came from stardust, from a star that exploded a long time ago. So anyways, we get our nuclear sub up, but we're going to lose some lives in the meantime. We ended up getting our cannon for the regen leads and everything. We ended up getting 700 income, which is actually a bit higher than we normally get. So I'm going to start going for my Zebra Rush right here, but he's got a nuclear sub? He does! He gets the nuclear sub up! But guess what we did, guys? We forced him to sell a bunch of stuff. Boom shakalaka! And that's what we like to roll with. As long as we're getting income, and we're keeping our enemy from getting a lot of farms, everything is good. That's the way I like to think about it, at least. So anyways, he's trying to farm back up. He's trying to get that money flowing in again and everything. But at this point, having a measly 3 banana farms is very, very low. But I got to be careful. Subs, as you guys probably know, are not unstoppable. We've noticed that in our last game. Again, we're learning. I haven't played Bloonarious Swamp very much, almost at all, as mentioned at the very beginning of this video. So, when I'm going into these games, I don't know how much damage the nuclear sub's going to do. I don't know what he's going to be able to stop. As we get more experience, we learn, and we become a better player. So even in just these few games that we've played today, I've become a better player at Bloonarious Swamp, and I feel much more confident in this game than in the past games that I played. Now, I think the most ridiculous fact about what's going on right now is the fact that we already have 1,100 income. That's before round 18. Usually, as you guys probably know, I like to get over 1,000 income before round 18. That's kind of my goal. We're up to 1,200, baby, and we're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna push the limit. If this was calculus, you guys would be confused right now because you wouldn't even know what I'm talking. Actually, no, you would understand what I'm talking about. Limits. Limits were actually something that kind of made sense in calculus. Derivatives, that's where it made sense. I just didn't like derivatives. So anyways, he's going to rush me right here with a Moab. But of course, I don't want to play anything dangerous. I'm just going to battle energy right a freaking way, defeat that Moab. Nuclear Sub's going to take care of everything. We got more than enough Dart Monkeys to defend and everything. Of course, I do have to be a little bit careful for round 20, though. If he does decide to go for a BFB, now that's going to hurt him a lot. If we can defend, and that's the real question, can we defend a BFB? I don't exactly know. So, I got with Juggernaut over here. I felt like if I had a Juggernaut, I could sell my submarine or something to possibly get a Super Monkey fan club on top of getting 1,200 income every 6 seconds. So I feel like I could have possibly defended a lot of these upcoming rushes on round 20. But what I need to do now is start getting a lot more income. I need to get this higher, guys. I can't just chill with 1,200 for the rest of the game. 1,000's not enough. 1,500 maybe is enough. But we're talking about big money here, guys. We're going like 2K, 3K, 4. We're going to go high. Real high. By the way, this is the last game that we can play in the Bloonarious Swamp. I got so lucky that I beat the guy in the game before this with like 35 seconds left before the next game. And we somehow managed to get a game in time. And this is the last game that we get to play. So Starburst over here, Star Stuff, is going to defend with his stupid little army of dart monkeys and submarines and whatnot. Basically, we have the exact same defense going on, except he has an extra Juggernaut. He finally gets his 4-2 banana farm. Very late in the game, I might add, round 21. You're supposed to get that guy by round 18, maybe 19, maybe a little bit more than that. Now, the sad thing is we cannot do very many rushes. If we go for a BFB, our income is going to get damaged so darn much that it's just almost not worth it. And I think he realizes that. Many people who do banana farms, they want you to rush. Because if you rush, basically you have nothing left to do anymore. Just game over. So we got up to 2,000 income by round 23. I know. Big money here, guys. But this guy is playing absolutely fantastic at this point. Having a great defense, not being too pushy, not rushing me right away. He's just like, you know what? This game's going to go late game. I know some people love the late game thing, and this was not planned to go late game. I love the late games where it's not planned at all. It just sort of, the players are just so good and playing so fantastic against each other that it forces a late game, kind of. Now, if he did some really, really, really crazy rushes, he might be able to defeat me if I don't defend well. But if, that's the one thing, is I thought about putting a monkey ace down earlier in the game. It would be really nice to have a 0-3 monkey ace, a 2-3 monkey ace. He's delicious for balloon popping power. He's an amazing tower to have. But then I get rid of the surprise aspect. The surprise aspect is actually quite important to me, because then if he rushes with his Oh My God or something, just like last game, he did not know that I had a ground zero. And then once he saw the ground zero, he's like, crap, this Oh My God is worthless. Worthless. Got nothing on me. So that's why it's super duper upsetting when people somehow see, oh crap, a frickin' monkey ace. He doesn't know what I have. And that's good. He does know about the cannon, but I don't think that matters all that much. I could throw those guys down in mass quantities, and he probably wouldn't even bat an eye. He'd be like, whatever, cannons are cannons. You got what you got. Doesn't matter to me. Now, I'm kind of assuming that this guy's 3 towers were sub, dart, banana farm. But what is the 4th? What if he also got lucky enough to have a monkey ace? That's where this is going to get really, really crazy, because we're basically trading out cannons for banana farms in that scenario. And I don't know if the cannons are going to be that helpful. I mean, yeah, of course, they're nice. I like having cannons. Moab Maulers are good. 4-2 cannons, they're good. Moab Assassins, they're good. But if he has like a magical, what if he has something even better? What if he has a super monkey? And he's gonna super monkey up to a temple. Oh my goodness gracious, the ridiculousness. Oh no, he disconnected. Starburst, come on back, Starburst. We need you. So what I just realized. So me being a sort of scientist type of person and making science videos all the time, when I saw Starburst, I literally thought of a star bursting. Hence my supernova talk. But now I just realized there is a candy called a Starburst, and he could have just copied his name off of the candy. Never mind, this guy's name is not as cool as I thought. Possibly. Maybe. Sort of a little bit. But yeah, that's a little bit odd right there. Anyways, check out our income, guys. You know, we're at like $12,000 or whatnot. That's not the big deal. He's not going to rush us, I don't think. We're not going to rush him. We both know that rushing will lead to death, most likely, for that person. So neither of us is rushing. We're just kind of seeing how long we can survive. So we got a super monkey. Now, I do have to be a little bit careful here, though. That's why I started building these Moab Maulers and everything a little bit early on in the game. I do not want to get stuck on round 35 with nothing and being like trying to spam all these towers and not able to defend them at all. It's just going to be absolutely awful. So I'm like, monkey ace to monkey ace or not to monkey ace? I still want him to rush me a little bit. And I decided, you know what, not yet. Let's build everything else first. Juggernauts are good. So let's build some Juggernauts over here. I actually like spamming Juggernauts and more than I like spamming 2-3 Dart Monkeys. And that's probably stupid. But that's just the way I like to roll. Now, the reason why I like to do that is because 2-3 Dart Monkeys don't do good against any sort of group balloons, whatever. Even if it's grouped Moabs, even if it's grouped BFBs, even if it's grouped ZOMG, they can only go through a certain number of things. With Juggernauts, you spam the crap out of them. If you have the money for them, they're going to go through anything. They're going to go through the ZOMG, through the BFB, through the Moabs, through the balloons on top of that. So they've got a lot of stuff to go through. That's why every single shot of a Juggernaut means so much more late game than a 2-3 Dart Monkey. Even though 2-3 Dart Monkeys are technically better against a single ZOMG, or maybe even a couple ZOMGs, when you have all the things on top of each other, you got to make sure everything is lined up perfectly. So of course, here it is, guys. I know you've been waiting for it. Late game gameplay. So if you guys have been enjoying this video whatsoever and you are excited to see what is going to happen in this game, make sure you press the like button. I do beg a little bit. I noticed that. It makes me happy. And if you guys want to make me happy, that's the way to do it. If you haven't subscribed yet, holy crap, Snackle and Pop, make sure you do that right frickin' now. Press that button so we can be friends forever. Yeah, be friends forever. So holy crap, dude. Alright, so again, a very similar strategy on both sides. The only difference is I've got my Moab Maulers all set up. That makes me feel like I have a huge Mungo advantage right now, right? But we noticed something happening on his side of the screen, and that is submarines. Holy crap. He's got first strike ability submarines. I just realized, wait, he has some... Oh, I got submarines, dude. I got the submarines too. So we can both use the first strike ability on our submarines. Now, if you guys don't know any better, if you haven't played late game in a while, late game has changed drastically in the past, since the update maybe, 3 months ago or so. They've changed it, so now it is very, very difficult to go late game. Every single Moab class balloon ramps up way quicker. So when dealing against just regular Moabs over here, normally, if this was around 24 Moab, around 18 Moab, my Moab Mauler just annihilate this thing. But because we're on round 35, just, like 10 rounds higher, they're getting really tanky. Really fast. So, this is going to be interesting. Now, if you notice, I have a big open area on the far right side of my screen. Why is that? Am I just going to build a bunch of models later? No, that's the monkey ace spot. Oh, thinking ahead there, Chris. Yes, indeed. I noticed that I can fit a monkey ace on the far right side over there, on my side of the screen, of course. So I'm just going to line up a crap ton of monkey aces as soon as I want to. Now you're wondering, Chris, why aren't you rushing at this point? Shouldn't you rush? Well, if I rush, I'm going to be in for a world of hurt if it doesn't kill him. Also, if he counter-rushes, I'm also in a world of hurt. If he rushes me first, guess what? He's got banana farms to keep the money flowing. It does not matter how many times he sends out balloons against me. It's not going to hurt his income whatsoever. If I send out any sort of balloons, it hurts my income. And it makes it so anything that I have to defend is that much harder to defend. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough for anybody. Anyways, if you notice, again, these balloons are getting really tanky. They're getting about halfway through the screen, even with Super Monkey fan clubs on top of all my maulers and everything. I do have about $80,000 built up, over 7,000 economy right now. Once we see that first oh my god, that's when things are going to start to change. Probably for the worst. Now we know, we finally know what his last tower is. His bonus tower is a heli pilot. What does that mean for us? Not much. Not much. Honestly, heli pilots kind of suck. Super duper late game, they're not that effective. Their ability is basically worthless late game. You can get more lives, technically, yeah, but it takes so long to make that happen, it's just not even worth it anymore. Honestly, they should lower the amount of money for the Chinook. Chinook! I just feel like it should be called something else. You know? It's a Chinook! I feel like whoever sang it is just like a complete jerk face. Sort of like annoying, nerdy, lame person that like, it's a Chinook. So anyways, we need to start getting our things ready over here, guys. We do not want to lose to the freaking natural balloons at this point in the game. They're getting all the way through, almost to the very end of that last circle here. Now keep in mind, I'm spending all of my money at this point. I've got only $12,000. I can't even afford anything extra. So it looks like, even with going up to 7,000 balloon income, he's somehow able to keep up with his 4-2 banana farms, and that's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. It means that the rounds are going by still reasonably quickly, allowing him to get a lot of banana farm money. Usually the way you think about it is that the rounds take so long that my balloon income, my 6-second balloon income, is actually giving me several sets of income more than his banana farms, you know? It just equals out to more than his banana farms. But no, that's not happening today. So anyways, you notice I built all of my things, basically. I have all of my subs ready to get upgraded. Money is actually the limiting factor at this point in the game. This is about to be one of the most intense battles that has ever existed in the entirety of Bloons TD battles. A late game fest of festivals-ness. Yes, sure, why not? So he's struggling a little bit against those BFBs over there. You can tell with my abilities and everything, I've been taking these guys down pretty easily. But don't forget, he's got more first strike abilities than I do. And his first strike abilities are obviously very, very strong. Check out the amount of BFBs over here right now. This is straight up ridiculous. So we're going to use a lot of our assassins over there. We're out of assassins already. Using first strike abilities on top of that. And getting ready to do ground zeros. So he's well-dunning me for, I don't know, defending these BFBs, I guess. He's struggling quite a bit, though. Could we take him down with this rush right here? And it looks like we could take him down. Starburst is going to not be killed. Oh my god, he defended. So I'm like, oh my god, dude. What are we going to do? How are we going to possibly defend this stuff? We're trying to get our money going. He's still getting more money than us. He's still trying to use our abilities. We're trying to spam everything all at once. I'm freaking out right now. My heart is beating like crazy. Could we possibly take him down right here? Look at the amount of towers that we have all over the screen. Spending every single dollar that we have. Sometimes when life gives you lemons, you squeeze the juice in the eyes of your enemy. When they fall on the ground screaming, you step on their face. Wise words from Chris, Super John Bombo. How to use lemons. But here we go, guys. The final battle. ZOMG gods coming out of both sides right now. We're sending ZOMG gods out against him as well, but we sent a not fast cooldown ZOMG god. He's sending out full-on fast cooldown ZOMG gods. Will our abilities be enough to take these balloons down? Who will end up losing this game first? There's so many balloons on the screen, you can't even tell what's going on at this point. All of our abilities are gone except for these last few ground zero abilities. He's using the battle energy. We're waiting until the very last second when we need to use our battle energy. We use the ground zero ability. It's defeating most of the balloons, but not enough. These Moabs are still trying to sneak through our defense. We use the battle energy to hopefully survive. We're down to 4 more, and we do take him down. Woo! Woo! If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't, and have a super duper delicious day.